This is pretty much my favorite spot on the whole mountain. It's a great place to come up, smoke a hookah, relax, get yelled at by the birds and the chipmunks. And FYI, hookah, I mean the Middle Eastern form of smoking tobacco and not Mary Jane. This town is a pretty special town, and it's nice. Like, it's quite clean, mostly. Most of the drugs are done behind doors. But, you know, it has its ups and downs. And it fits all the cliches of a small town, small rural town. But it's really special. Been in quite a few small towns, and this town has always taken the cake. There are a few big clans who kind of influence things around here. Traditional Catholic or Catholic clans, mostly traditional Catholic. There's a big old cross up on the hillside where the whole town can see it. The town is situated in a valley on the banks of two rivers. And there's kind of a little agreement in town between all of the residents where keep your head down, you keep your nose clean, and you'll be alright. And for all their talk about tolerance and being a good Christian, I really see very little of that. Especially when you're a boy like me who comes in wearing a keffiyeh, who speaks German. Of course, that instantly makes me a Nazi, an evil racist. And when I profess that I'm a pagan, instantly for them that means Satanist. And for the record, paganism has nothing to do with Satanism. I'm up here on the hill. We just went for a hike to check what's going on around here. It's right after hunting season. Want to make sure none of our gates were vandalized and whatnot. And it's really great up here. I've just been out for about half an hour, and I've already seen multiple traces of elk dirt. I've seen a few deer. I've seen some pheasants. Heard a lot of birds cussing at me for disturbing their peace. And of course, when you come out here, you always want to carry, because one, you got wolves, coyotes, and cougars and bears, or you got big old boys named Bubba who are playing banjos. Up here, looking down at the river and up the canyon, kind of reminds me about Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. And Siddhartha is a Brahmin prince in India, and he's on a religious quest. And it takes place in the time of Gautama Buddha, and Siddhartha goes to hear his teachings, and at the end of the sermon, Siddhartha goes up to Buddha and says, "Master, I see that you have reached the goal I am trying to reach. You are indeed an enlightened being. You have become what we all essentially are. You have become free of ego. And I feel that what you said is true. However, I know it's not my path." And Buddha says, "Well, that is just fine. I hope you were able to learn something, and I wish you the best of luck on your path." And most religious folk, or folks who are, when they discuss their politics, it doesn't come down to, oh, what is right or wrong. It comes down to, you are supposed to believe what I think. You believe what I think, or else you're going to hell. You believe what I think, or else you're a terrorist. But this little conversation between Buddha and Siddhartha, it shows love, respect, compassion, understanding, and there's precious little of that. And I brought up how the river down there reminds me of Siddhartha because that is the main theme in the story, and I suggest you read it. So, I kind of wanted to show how it is around here in Idaho, because it's a really beautiful spot. Of course, you still got all the clear cutting and whatnot, good old redneck hicks, but then again, there are some hicks that are just fun to be around. They're nice to be around. They provide you with some kick-ass moonshine. And I really love it here. Like, it's been described by one of my siblings as the ass of the world and hell. And then he went down to Southern California, or Central California, which for me, you know, it's nice and all that, but down there it is hot as hell and it's not as peaceful as here. You can do a lot more down there, but some things you just have to come to a place like this to do, and it's actually beautiful here. So this is a little tribute to my little neck of the woods, and I'll be seeing y'all around.